this is my rules and regulations assignment. First of all, football rules and regulations. And the first rule is that football team must have a certain squad size. For this squad, there would be 11 players starting the game for you, and then 11 for the opposing team. But for a game, you could also bring subs, and the maximum amount of players you would bring would be 7, which would make an 18-player squad. All players in the squad would have different roles, and some have similar roles. Attackers are mainly known for scoring, midfielders are known for creating chances for the attackers, and defenders are mainly known for preventing chances. And goalkeepers are there to stop shots. Any player on the team can go anywhere on the pitch, and it would be allowed, as then no sighting zones for them to stay in. Also, every team would have a captain which leads the team out before they start a game, and is the leader of the whole team. And once the whistle has been blown, the players would take his advice from then onwards. The next rule would be that you're not allowed to foul. There are various different types of fouls which could lead to the ball being given to the opposition. The most obvious one would be a sliding tackle, which would connect with the player and not the ball. The reason this would be given as a foul is it is dangerous play and it can harm the opposing player, and because it would have been given, there was not a connection. It would have been given because there's not a connection with the ball and only the player. Another way to foul could be a standing tackle where you trip a player over, but this wouldn't be as bad as you wouldn't be able to injure them as much. There are various different punishments for this, and this could be just a free kick given to the other team, or as it is deemed as slightly more dangerous or classed as cheating by the referee, he could card you a yellow or red card. This depends on the extent of the foul, how bad it is. A yellow is known as a warning, so if you get given another one, you would be sent off the pitch. Then a red would be very dangerous, so you would be off the pitch straight away without any other card. The next rule is that the game is set at 90 minutes long, split into 2 halves. So there's a short break at the 45-minute mark, which lasts about 15 minutes. After the 45-minute stage, the players would swap sides of the pitch and start again from kick-off, while the player would lay the ball backwards to their team. Most of the time, once the 90th minute is up, there is an added time which comes from stoppages, where subs are made, or time is taken, or where time is taken to restart play when a foul has been committed. An example of this would be 3 minutes at a time. The next rule is that there needs to be officials. There must be one referee on the field that controls everything that happens, and every final decision is down to him. So he would call all fouls when play restarts. He would also be the person that books players. Also, there would be 2 assistant referees, which are known as linesmen. They would have flags that would flag for offside and fouls. So for a foul, they would stick the flag straight forward, or there's something the referee can't see, he would wave it. Another rule is scoring. There's an unlimited amount of goals you can score in a game, and you can score using any part of your body other than your hands and arms. 1 goal will technically be 1 point, and whoever has the most amount of goals by the end of the game wins. There are many ways you can score, including in play, free kicks and penalties. To score a goal, the ball has to go into the net, and the ball has to be fully over the line, which is in between the 2 posts. Regulations for There are regulations for football. One of them is the size of the pitch. A professional standard pitch would have to be between 100 and 110 metres long in length, and then 64 metres to 73 wide. It is a regulation that the pitch has to be this wide, otherwise it wouldn't be set as a professional pitch. On a football pitch, there are many different parts to it. The pitch is outlined in white, and once the ball is if the ball fully goes over the outline, then the ball's out of play and it could either be a goal kick, corner or throw in that could be awarded. Another part of the pitch is the centre circle, where kick-off happens on the centre line right in the middle. And then there's a line straight through the middle of the pitch which splits the pitch for the halfway line and then separates the teams for kick-off. So one team would start on one side and the other would be on the other, and they wouldn't be allowed to cross the line until kick-offs happened. There's also an 18-yard box, which is where the goalkeeper can handle the ball, and if a foul is committed in that area, then a penalty kick would be given. Also the 6-yard box where the keeper has to take his goal kicks on or behind that line, but it has to be within it. Another regulation for football would be equipment, and part of that would be your kit. And for your t-shirt you would wear your club's team top, then you would wear football shorts and football socks, which would cover your shin pads that you'd have to wear, and then football boots that are appropriate for the game. The home team would normally wear their home colours and the away team would wear away, unless there was a clash. They would wear their alternative kit or their home kit. The ref would wear the same style kit but would normally have a full black kit with an FA badge on, or a full black with a yellow top sometimes. Part of their equipment would be to carry cards, yellow and red, which they would use for fouls, and also a whistle to stop play. And they also have a notepad to mark down who they've carded and how many goals have been scored. Another piece of equipment in football would be flags, which are for the assistant referee, which is checkered so it is easily seen by the ref. Another piece of equipment would be a football, which is standard size 5 ball, and there are different pattern balls for different competition. There are padded balls to suit the players and how they play. The scenario for football could be an offside. This is where an attacking player is past the last defender on the defending team and the ball gets passed to him whilst he's in behind the defending player. When this happens, the linesman would hold his flag out, so the referee would then blow his whistle, so the players know to stop play, and then the referee would address the appropriate players so they know what's happening, and then the defender or goalkeeper would put the ball down and the referee would blow his whistle for them to take their free kick. Another scenario could be a foul, which could be a dangerous foul, so a defending player could take out one of the attackers in the box and not get the ball at all. The linesman would then move his flag so the referee would see, and then the referee would blow his whistle, run up to the player, and if it was really dangerous, he'd most likely end up giving him a red card, so he'd be sent off, and he would tell the player that. And then once the player's off the pitch, the referee would set up the penalty for the attacking team, and then only one player is allowed in the box to take the penalty, and obviously the goalkeeper has to stay on his line, and none of the players outside of the box can go in until the penalty is taken. And then the referee would blow his whistle. Once that's happened, the player would have to run up and take the penalty. Another scenario could be a back pass where a defender deliberately passes the ball back to their own goalkeeper and he picks it up. When this happens, the referee would blow his whistle to stop play. And then an indirect free kick would be given to the other team, which means they can't shoot a goal from the free kick, they would have to lay it off. And then the referee, when that's set up and ready and the players are far enough back, he'd blow his whistle to start play. Now for netball rules. One rule is that the match length and a match of netball is split into 4 quarters, and each quarter is 15 minutes long, and in between the fast break there's a 4-minute break, and then half time there's a 12-minute break, then 4 again in the third break. Then after every quarter the teams change halves, and the only reason you would go past a set playing time would be if there was a penalty pass in the attacking third, and it must be taken before the play is ended. Also, sometimes if the scores are tied, the game will be extended. If the game is tied at full time, play will continue until one team is leading by 2 goals. Another rule that you need a full squad of 7 players, and one of the players must be a centre. Also, each team must have a player named as captain, and the team are allowed substitutes and can be brought on at any point in the game. Subs can only leave the bench for valid reasons such as warming up. Also, there are 7 different positions in netball, which are goal shoot, goal attack, wing attack, centre, wing defence, goal defence and goalkeeper. These players are only allowed in certain areas of the court. The goal shooter can go in the opposing semicircle and final third. The goal attack can go anywhere except from their defensive third. The wing attack can go in the final and second third, which is also known as the middle third. The centre can go anywhere on the court. The wing defence can go in the defending third and the middle third. The goal defence can go as far as the middle third and no further. And the goalkeeper can only go in the defending semicircle and the defending third. Another rule is that there must be officials. The main officials are the umpires, and their decisions are final and overrule any runs. The umpire starts the game by blowing the whistle to start and end each quarter, and is there to restart play after each goal has been scored, and indicates when an infringement has occurred. The umpires work with each other to make decisions, and each umpire controls one of them controls half and the other controls the other half. Another type of official are the scorers, and they take down all the players' names and their positions. Their job is to record subs and change of position and record goals scored. They also note down the amount of centre passes and signal the direction of them passes and notify the umpire when this is done wrong, and also note down any sending off. Another official is the timekeeper, and what they do is time each quarter and make sure the intervals last for the right amount of time, and notify the umpire 30 and 10 seconds before the end of each quarter so they know when to call it an end. The regulations for netball is, one of them is the size of the court, and that has to be 100 foot long and 50 foot wide. And then it's divided in lengthwise into thirds which separate each part of the court. The 2 end thirds are known as the goal thirds, and then the middle one is called the centre third, and the 2 semicircles surrounding the hoops are called the goal circles. Also the centre circle, which is where play starts, and there would be sidelines all around the pitch, and then baselines where the goals, and then if the ball goes out of play on the sidelines, the opposing team will get that ball. Another regulation is the equipment needed for netball. The first main thing is goalposts, which have to be 10 foot high where the hoop is and fixed at the middle point of each goal line. The ball needs to be size 5 for an official game, and there are specific kit, and each team have different colours for their kit. The first part of the kit is a short sleeve top along with a netball skirt, and also your bib, which will have your playing position on. The footwear is very important as well. So as a player you would have to wear indoor sports running shoes to protect your feet and to prevent you from rolling your ankle.